Hello, I'm John Corneille, and I am standing in a skywalk, I think they call this, between two hotels in downtown Minneapolis at the site of our Visions 2012 conference. And it's a little bit different for me being here as a staff person. I joined the foundation a year and a half ago as Director of Planned Giving, but I have attended these conferences a few times in the past just as a guest, and it's a little different experience. And I came by myself. I have not had a lot of experience traveling on my own due to my severe vision loss, but I told my wife that I need these challenges, and I think a lot of you that are listening to this can understand what I'm talking about. And I'll tell you that I've been here for one day. I have not fallen down any stairs. I did run into a thermostat in the skywalk. The greatest thing that happened though is that I forgot the room number that I was in at the hotel last night. And a lot of people smarter than me know that you put these room keys in a little envelope for a reason, because it has your room number written on it. Well, I outsmarted them and I threw mine away. So I didn't know what room on the 8th floor that I was on, so I had to go to a colleague's room and call down to the front desk and get them to tell me what room I was in, probably violate all kinds of security issues. But that's what I did. Other than that, no major experiences negatively. And I just want to talk to you briefly about some of the milestones that I've experienced in my life personally that so many of you can relate to. I'm going to be 53 years old in August, and I really was legally blind my entire life due to loss of peripheral vision, and I developed cataracts in both eyes starting when I was about 18. And when those cataracts developed, that really began to make a difference. I was playing football and baseball in college, and the sunlight was really causing a big problem. Playing under the lights was a big problem. So I struggled through that, through college and through law school, and then had my cataracts removed in the early 90s, and that made a huge, huge improvement in my vision. And then the retinitis pigmentosa continued to take the vision away until the next really pivotal moment in my life, which everyone can relate to, is I stopped driving. Actually on July 9th, 1999, my law partners had kind of a mini intervention with me. I knew I was driving, I was pushing the envelope like we all do, a couple years more than I should have. And I found myself not fighting them whatsoever. They basically said that I don't think it's safe for you to drive anymore, and I accepted that. And when I was 40 years old, it's the last time I drove a car. So then as I continued in my law practice and went with all the different size monitors, increasing the font, changing the polarity on the monitors, doing all the little tricks that we do to try to hang on to that, whatever little vision we have left, until I got to the point where I just really didn't think it was fair to my partners in a small group to operate anymore, because I wasn't able to contribute as much. So in 2005, late in the year, I voluntarily left my law firm and was really kind of lost. Didn't know what I was going to do. I really didn't have any skills to be on my own. Didn't know how to type, didn't really use a computer. So at that point then I decided to go to a school for the blind in Chicago. I learned how to use this cane. I learned how to use talking software on my computer, and that really changed my whole focus and outlook. It was almost as if when I left my law firm I was coming to a fork in the road, and there's two paths that you can choose. You can choose one of just accepting your vision loss, and you're just going to become someone on the government dole and they're going to take care of you, or you can continue to fight it because you know that there's other ways to do it. And fortunately I chose that other path. I found the foundation fighting blindness as a volunteer, met some tremendous people, how passionate they are about the research that's being done, and really kind of turned things around in 2006 through the Vision Walk, and then joining staff here in November of 2010 as Director of Planned Giving. So those are some huge, huge milestones, and I think we all get to the point where we just accept the vision loss we have, and then it seems to get a little worse, and then you have to mentally go through that again. And I actually have had that happen the last few months. I've gotten to the point where I sit at the dinner table at home and I can't see my wife or kids anymore, and it really kind of got me down a little bit. But I knew that Visions was coming, and I'd be back around a lot of people who would help energize me, and that's already what's happening here. So I am going to be doing something different, I think, for the foundation this year, and for me certainly, is I'm going to be posting a couple blogs, going to attend a couple of conferences, and report back to you on what I got out of them and what I observed in the room, what other people got out of them. Because if you're watching this, you're probably not here, and we miss you. We want you to be here. This is where you need to be among everybody that is fighting for the same result. So if you can come next year in Baltimore, we'd love to have you. Be thinking about it, and I will be checking in with you next couple of days throughout the conference.